Now we've shortened the border, but now these menus are no longer centering in this footer element. The way we can fix that is by using margins on this element and using the value auto. So let me show you how this works. We'll do margin left and we'll set it to auto, and you see it bumps all the way over to the right. And then we go margin right and we set that to auto, and that centers everything. Now this auto is a little bit magical, but what it does is calculate the distance between this element and the edge of the next element, and it sets the margin to that. If we do the same thing on both sides, then they'll kind of balance out each other and center the element. Now we're likely going to have to adjust this later as we try to mix the other elements that are inside of the footer, but you'll end up using this strategy in other parts of your future projects, I guarantee it. Now, this was a simple solution, but if the designer comes back and says that this border really needs to end right here, it means that we're no longer going to be able to connect to that border with this secondary navigation because it's shorter than that element. So instead, we'd have to associate it with the primary navigation. If we did that, we would set the width of the nav element to the width that we want the border to be. And then for the secondary navigation, we could use the same trick that we just did by setting the width and the margin left and right. Okay, let's bring this over to our style sheet. So we're here in our site footer partial, and we're editing the nav, and we're going to set the width to 27 rem. We'll set the margin left to auto and the margin right to auto. Let's save this and refresh in the browser, and this looks about as good as we're gonna get.